Hey everyone, this is David Brown with some more Hawkwatching stories. Today I want to tell some porta-potty stories. At the Braddock Bay Hawkwatch, there's a bathroom building, but they don't open it until May. And so in March and April, we have a porta-potty set up for the hot counter to use and for all the visitors to use, or any visitors to the park can use it. But the one problem is that at Braddock Bay, it sometimes gets very, very windy. And so my first season, it happened where the porta potty blew over, and I thought that was kind of funny when it happened because I had never seen a porta potty actually blow over. And so I called my boss and said to her, "Oh yeah, the porta potty blew over." And she called the porta potty company, and they said, "Well, if we come out and pick it up, we're gonna have to charge you for that visit." And so she told me, like, just go try to pick it up by yourself. And so me and I think there was another guy there. We went over, and actually they're heavy, but you can pick them up even just by yourself if you just get under it and use the leverage. So I picked it back up, and it's one of those things that's not in the job description when you apply for a hawkwatching job, that you might have to set upright a porta potty. But anyway, when porta potties tip over like that, nothing spills. Like whatever way they're designed, it's really good. So that was my first season. My second season, this past spring, we had it happen where it was really windy. And the one thing I'm always kind of careful of on those windy days is I usually try to turn the porta potty, because when there's a problem of it flipping over or getting blown, it's usually when the door blows open and then that catches the wind. And so I usually try to turn it, or even take a stick or something, and there's a spot like where you could lock the door. If you put a stick in there, it'll keep the door from blowing open. But anyway, one day I think it was a pretty good day for hawkwatching. It seems like there were a lot of people there, and I didn't have time to really go over and like make sure the porta potty was good. But it was extremely windy, and in fact, I remember we weren't up on the platform. We were kind of down beside the platform, using that to shelter from the wind. And I looked over, and I think the porta potty might have even blown over once already that season. But I look over, and the porta potty's completely gone. It had been so windy, the wind like knocked it over and blew it across the road, and it stayed there for a while. And then another big gust of wind took it and blew it. It must have been 75 yards down the road from where it started. And the door was like completely ripped off, and it got twisted around. It was still attached, but like the door had twisted around on itself, so just completely broken. And the porta potty's laying there with like the door opening facing up. And it's one of those situations like what all you can do is laugh about it. And it's it's kind of a bad situation, because you don't want the company to, I don't know, like, is the porta potty company going to charge us that their porta potty's like destroyed now, or we have to get a new one? So there's some hassle involved. But it was pretty funny when it happened. Just a bunch of us there watching it, and thankfully no one has been in the porta potty when these situations have happened. But and then of course this year being 2020, with the pandemic starting basically right as the hawkwatching season got started. We had the porta potty there, but I think most guys prefer just to go into the woods. I kept telling everyone, I'm not going into the Corona Cube. That was my nickname for the porta potty. And of course, all the news was, everyone was panicked about how many cases there were. And now, of course, here we are at the beginning of 2021, and there's, so many more cases. Back then, it was like just a couple cases in the area, and now it's like the whole country. There's thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of cases. So maybe we were all overreacting back then compared to the situation now. But yeah, that's my story about the porta potties at the Braddock Bay Hawkwatch. This is David Brown. Thanks for watching.